So, how's it going, guys? It's my dog Cody. Cute little fur ball over here. Anyway, now if you watched my last video where I tried to name every single NCAA team, you'll know I'm the last person that should be talking about NCAA football. So I figured I'd give you guys the Syracuse football video. I am extremely excited about the future of this program, and you should be too. During like the late 80s and most of the 90s, Syracuse football was just absolutely dominant. Like they were consistently finishing in the top 25 AP polls. They were a real force to be reckoned with when it came to NCAA football. When you thought about some of the best teams in the nation, Syracuse was one of those programs. I mean, just take a look at the video that used to play in the Carrier Dome before every game. I don't know if they still play it, but I know they used to.
Is one of the most storied legacies in the history of college football.
And since 2002, they've made, I think, yeah, they've made the top 25 one time, and that was in 2018 with Dino Babers. You know, what happened? From 2002 to 2023, they made it one time. This is where our story begins. 2024 marks the beginning of the Fran Brown era for the Orange. Now, let me tell you why Fran Brown is so great, one of the best coaches in college football. He's, first of all, just an amazing recruiter. You can see it. Go check out his press conferences. He's just a real guy. He's just a real coach. He's going to try to get to know his players. He's not going to bullshit you. He's not going to sit there and tell you you're going to be the starter when you're not going to be the starter. You know, he played football in college and he landed a spot on the Bengals practice squad. So he has that sort of player perspective. He knows what it's like to be a player. He takes that perspective into playing, you know, kind of how he develops his game plans for developing his players. He really focuses on building a relationship with them and seeing what they truly need to be successful at their own positions. Because everyone's different. We all know it. If you're an athlete, not all athletes do the same things. He understands that since he was an athlete himself. Now, I could talk about how good his recruiting class is all I want, or I could just show you. All right, in 2026, their recruiting class is 27th in the nation. That's the best in Syracuse history since they started recording it in 2001, which is exactly around the time the program started to fall apart. So you can kind of start to see some signs here that, yo, the program is on the rise. They're back on the up. Another thing I love that Fran Brown does is he keeps the NIL in check, all right? He's not out there throwing millions and millions of dollars at these dudes unless they truly deserve it. Like, he let Trevor Pena walk because he was asking for too much money. It was a big loss. I love Trevor Pena, but is he worth $2 million? Absolutely not. Yeah, he also treats players like professional athletes. When you're getting paid to perform at whatever level, you know, you're basically a professional. So if they're not showing up to meetings on time, if they don't have the right stuff, the right equipment, I saw a reel where players were talking about if they don't have their water jugs, if they don't have their binders, they're getting fined, they're getting docked from their NIL. So he will dock their NIL like it's a true professional sport. Like I said, he's a player-centric guy. I just love his energy. I think he's got the right stuff. He knows when to be hard.
What?
I like the fact that he adapts his personality to whatever he thinks is best to motivate his players to perform well. You know, if he thinks the guy can handle it, I think he's going to rip into him. If he doesn't, he's going to be a little softer, beat around the bush a little bit. But it's really just, I think he knows how to get the best out of his players. We saw it when Kyle McCord came from Ohio State, literally getting ran out of Ohio State.
No, I mean, I definitely have, a lot of great memories there for sure. But I mean, I do feel like I had unfinished business there. And so, not getting that opportunity to go back, people will say a lot of different things about it.
To becoming the leader in passing yards in the nation at Syracuse, having such a crazy turnaround. I loved that Kyle McCord season. He was on fire. Okay.
Orange Nation loves you. Does it get any better than this?
And he started to do it again this year with Steve Angeli. Steve Angeli, in the first couple weeks of the season, before he got hurt against Clemson, was leading the nation in passing yards. Again, once he got hurt, that's when the season kind of started to derail. All the evidence is there that they're a program on the rise. So really, don't be surprised if you see them in the top 25 consistently from here on out. You know, I have full faith that he can turn this program around. And the Northeast is in desperate need of some good NCAA football teams again because there's like nothing out here. All right. UMass is ass. UConn is kind of on the rise. I'll give them a little bit of credit. Buffalo, like, I mean, do we count Penn State in the Northeast? I don't know. I don't know. Rutgers, like, come on, man. The Northeast needs some good football again.